Hello everyone and welcome to a new video on my channel. I'm Adam and today I'm ranking all the beasts from Beast Quest which class as insects or arachnids. Now I said insects and arachnids because arachnids are pretty close to insects, but unfortunately they're not insects. And I chose to put them together though because there's only a total of 4 arachnid beasts. So I was like, okay, I'll just mix them in with the insect ones, and then I'll have a fair amount. So there's 16 books to go of here. If you're wondering why I chose to do insect beasts when I've been requested to do water beasts and boss level beasts, that's because well, this is a relatively short list of beasts which I actually kind of like, and I needed a quick video idea because boss level beasts would be probably 35 maybe entries, and water beasts, God forbid, that can have a lot. But yeah, that's why I'm doing insects / arachnid beasts at the moment. But my next video will be one of those. So with that, let's get into this ranking. Please bear in mind this is my opinion, and if your opinion is different, please leave in the comments below which bug beast is your favourite or arachnid beast. So, but with that being said, we have 16 entries here. So let's start off with my least favourite. Representing actually my least favourite series is Solix the Deadly Swarm. Solix has a unique ability similar to Cressa and Lanak. I feel like Solix doesn't represent that ability as well as the other beasts do. And also Solix just kind of blends in there as the giant ant. Of course, I've never been a big fan of Series 16, full stop. But Solix was at one point my favourite of Series 16, and now I don't know if it's still my favourite or if it's my second favourite anymore. What I do know is though, Solix is nowhere near as good as any of the other bug beasts here, and it was a hard choice to put him in last place, but I ended up deciding to put him in last place because compared to the others, he just doesn't match up to them. 15th place, we have Sting the Scorpion Man. Now, yes, scorpions are actually arachnids, so that's why Sting's here. Nothing negative to say about Sting, apart from it's just an okay finale. It just blends in with the endless sea of books here, and compared to other finales, it's one of the worst in my opinion. Not on a, not saying it's one, I'm not saying it's the worst, it's one of the worst, as, the story ends on a okay-ish note, and the beast isn't that, memorable, apart from being the first beast to have a human transformed into a beast. 14th place, we have Skuric, the Forest Demon. Now, Skuric is a giant maggot, and maggots are the larva stages to flies and such, so actually it counts. So, whilst I could be indifferent to whether this beast actually gets added onto the list or not, the reason why I decided to, because I wanted more entries, and Skuric filled that spot almost immediately. I don't really remember much from Skuric, apart from it kicked off a very good series, in my opinion, and it's actually an alright book. However, negatives are, like with Sting and other beasts in Series 13, apart from a few, it just blends in. It doesn't really do much to me. 13th place, we have it's probably a debatable choice for a insect-like beast, but and whilst it may not be allowed to be on this list, I'm putting it on this list because it seems like an insect. So yeah, 13th place we have Tremor the Earth Lord. Now, I put Tremor the Earth Lord here for the simple reason, whilst I know Lucas adores this book, unfortunately, I can't find myself actually thinking, oh yeah, that was a very memorable book. Whilst the design sticks out very well, and it was the penultimate book to the finale of Series 5, I don't remember much from it. I don't remember Tremor's abilities very well. I don't remember his fight very well. And the story, I don't remember much at all. The only thing that sticks out is the design. Unfortunately, Tremor's just a mediocre beast to me. So moving on. 12th place, we have Arachnid, King of Spiders. So with Arachnid, whilst this is the penultimate book to Series 2, it's actually a very underrated book, because Arachnid may seem like a giant spider, doesn't do much, which he is, a giant spider, but Arachnid's also a rather intelligent beast, well, instead of going after his victims, he waits for them to come to him, which is already something different compared to the previous beasts. And each of these Series 2 beasts are tasked to keep the golden armor away from Tom and such. This one ensures he does that. The others either wear it or just leave it hiding somewhere. And leave it hiding somewhere, that is Trillian and Zephyr that does that. But yeah, Arachnid is actually an alright book. Nothing really much to say about that, apart from whilst he is underrated, he does blend in with the other books. 11th place, I think it's 11th place. Yep, 11, no, what? 16, 15, 14, 13, okay, yeah. 11th place, we have Skolo the Bladed Monster. Now, this one was being a mediocre special. I wanted to have nearer to the midpoint of this list because I know it's a great beast. However, there were simply too many bug beasts that I like here that can really prevent me from pushing it any further up. I put it above the underrated beasts and the ones I find kind of forgettable. Despite the fact this one is kind of forgettable as well, for the simple reason its design stands out a hell of a lot more, looking a whole lot better. And that's why I put Skolo at 11th place. Now, kicking off the top 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, kicking off the top 10, we have Kamal, the Faceless Beast. This one I was going to add on to the humanoid ranking list, but I decided not to, because she has humanoid attributes to it, unlike Sting, we know she wasn't a human in the past. She was full-on beast the entire time. And I think the cut-off point to what I can confirm as a humanoid beast is when they have a body or the under part of another animal. And that's why Kamal wasn't added on, and that's why no centaurs were on either. But Kamal, as a finale to Series 12, I think it's actually an okay finale, beast-wise. Story-wise, it doesn't really match up to the expectations I had for it. But I will say that the beast is actually quite good. Whilst it's not my favourite of Series 12, it's still my second favourite of Series 12. And for most of the time, it was actually my favourite. We just got beaten by Merca a few weeks ago. 9th place, we have the finale to Series 25, Diprox the Buzzing Terror. Nothing really much to say about this one, apart from I wish we got to see more of it in the book. Because I was a bit disappointed with the fact it only appeared in the last few chapters, then died almost immediately. But excluding that, I think it's actually an okay looking beast with good abilities and admittedly a rather bad fight. But other than that, it's actually quite a good book. And I know people do not like it because it's rarely appeared in the book, but I still like it, and even though it rarely appeared in the book. 8th place, we have Quagos the Armoured Beetle. Now, whilst lots of people say this is the Blood Boar Series 15, and when I say Blood Boar, I mean the worst book of the series, being the finale, but also being a beast that terrorizes the main kingdom. This is a better version of it, because whilst Blood Boar is my least favourite Series 8, Xeric is my least favourite Series 15. Quagos is admittedly my second least favourite, but that's because Wardog Complex or Fabulous or Fantastic. But Quagos was not being my favourite of Series 15. I will agree with it being kind of like the Blood Boar of Series 15. And that's because it wreaks havoc on the main kingdom. But this one did it better though, because of him bowing down to Tom when Tom goes to face him, making the sissy folk just assume that Quagos works for Tom. Which I thought was actually very well done and very well put together. Other than that, Quagos doesn't really have anything that stands out or makes him stand out from the others, which is why he's 8th place. But the reason why I had him up this high is because it was a good wrap up to Series 15, and also the beast is very, very intelligent, just like Blood Boar. But this one actually shows he is intelligent. 7th place, we have Lanak the Swarming Menace. So, like with Solix, this has the same ability, being able to reform and deform himself. However, I think Lanak does it better than Solix, but not as good as Cressa. And what's making him miss out being in the top 5 is how well he actually did in the tournament. He was in, because he didn't really do that great. And he doesn't really stand out from the other bug beasts that much, apart from his ability. I believe this meant to be a locust of such, so having a swarm of locusts attack you, that is terrifying, so I will give it that. But as of now, it's still 7th place. 6th place for me is Tyrantix the Bone Spider. Now, good thing I decided to add Arachnid B6, so I wanted to find an opportunity to talk about Tyrantix and say it is the best Arachnid beast there is. It is by miles better than Sting and Arachnid, and Kamal was being my favourite Arachnid beast for a while. It's been surpassed by a landslide. Tyrantix is being like a I don't really know how to say it, apart from a rip-off of Arachnid, but looks cooler. It already wins with design, being the best out of the other Arachnid beasts. But with the abilities and fight, it just sealed itself as one of the best beasts of Series 21. And it's still my 3rd favourite of the series. And that's because my favourite is Skura. My 2nd favourite I'm talking about soon. It's only better than Greymon in my opinion. But yeah, Tyrantix was being a rather nice beast, and not really much else to say about it. I hope she does better in the upcoming tournament than she did in the last one. Anyway, 5th place, we have Lyla the Shadow Fiend. This one is the finale of Series 21, and in my opinion better than Tyrantix, for the simple reason I prefer my bug beast more than Arachnid beasts. The abilities were quite good, and to see that Tom wasn't trying to defeat this beast, in fact trying to save it, whilst Malvo was trying to defeat this, was already a different twist as it is, which is kind of unique and very well done actually. And I think the whole final fight was actually quite good. Whilst it's not the best, it was still quite good. Okay, now on to the top 4. Now with this top 4, my opinion can change on these. But as of now, this is my opinion. It's probably going to stay that way for a while, but chances are it's probably going to change. 4th place, we have Amictus the Bug Queen. The finale to Series 5, and an absolutely amazing book, in my opinion. With amazing abilities, a very good design, and an even better fight, along with a great wrap-up to Series 5, where the villain actually wins. Brilliant! And not to mention, Amictus makes a few returns to the series in the future. So, I like Amictus, clearly. I think what stops Amictus from making it into the top 3 is that these next 3 beasts actually made it through round 1 of their respective tournament. And I say actually made it through because 1 or 2 of them may have died in round 2. So, moving on. 3rd place, we have Vespic, the Wasp Queen. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you're probably expecting this one to be number 1. However, being able to just have my opinion on Vespic be the reason why it's up this high is already good enough. But the reason why I have it in 3rd place instead of 2nd or 1st is because it did die in round 2 of the tournament. But then also, compared to the other beasts here, my opinion on them grew because of the tournament they were in. My opinion on Vespic has not gone down. If anything, it's stayed the same. Whilst my opinion on these 2 beasts have gone up and surpassed Vespic, hence why Vespic is now 3rd place. As Lucas would normally say, though, because he keeps saying that Vespic is my girl, Vespic is still my girl. Okay, I hope Vespic does well in this upcoming tournament. However, I do not remember her opponent, but I do remember it is a challenging one. So, oh dear. Oh dear. 2nd place, we have Glarkey, Spear of the Depths. Now, I had to double check with Lucas if we confirmed this was a bug-related beast by asking what we agreed this was based on. We agreed aquatic centipede, and centipedes are bugs, so, huzzah! I got to add Glarkey here. Glarkey, in my opinion, was a great beast in the tournament he participated in. In round 1, he did quite good, killing actually a beast that I already talked about on this list, actually. Then in round 2, went the old torture method on his opponent. And yeah, whilst he didn't win that fight with the old torture method, he still did quite good. And his abilities are the kind of thing where I have some creative liberty with it, where if I have creative liberty with their abilities, obviously I'm going to like them. Hence why Lanak was so high as well as Vespic with her combat skills, Amictus with her scythe appendages, Lyla for her agileness, and Tyrantix for the sticky goo she can shoot out. This one is because of being able to turn water to ice and make little ice spikes that can pierce through his victims. And that's why Glarkey is 2nd place, because of the creative liberty I have. But number 1, I've been talking about this beast since the very beginning of this list, is Cressa the Winged Terror. Now, like with Lanak and Solix, this one's able to reform and deform herself into swarm or beast form, which is already an overpowered ability. And like with Glarkey being in 2nd place, I have this one in 1st because of the creative liberty I have with that ability at my disposal. This one did not die in round 2 though of the specials tournament because she skipped round 2. But Cressa, since the specials tournament has actually grown more fond for it. And I'm not really objecting to Cressa being my favourite bug beast of Beast Quest. whilst I adore the Bug Beast, whilst my favourite was Vespic at a point, and has been Vespic for a while, it's now Cressa. And that's an opinion I'm probably not going to change anytime soon. But with that being said, that is my list of the 16 bug/arachnid beasts here. These are some of my favourite. This is my favourite batch of beasts. Well, right next to reptilians, of course. But these are a batch of beasts which I kind of enjoy reading and learning about. Like Solix is good, and that's my last place. Solix was good, whilst Cressa, Glarkey, Vespic, and Amictus were all fantastic. But with that, with my opinion on last place still being quite a good one, it just goes to show how much I actually enjoy these books. And whilst I'm upset to say that Tremor and Skuric are ones I find kind of forgettable, I do need to reread them in the future just so I can memorise myself with them. But with that being said, that's all for this time. If you like what you saw, leave a like, leave a comment, don't forget to subscribe, press the little notification bell down in the corner below. My next ranking will either be water beasts or boss level beasts, but that'll be for another day. But until then, peace out.